We are at the 28-minute mark until I get to see the juice with the most. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, tonight of all nights, I, Saj the Boss, will be reliving the classic 1990s Tim Burton era with Beetlejuice. And I will show you when I am in the... And we have arrived at AMC, and I'm wearing the appropriate sneakers tonight, the Vans, Chucks, or what do you call them, Beetlejuice shoes. Let's see that guy 3 times. Beetlejuice. Let's go see Beetlejuice. We're in. Let's get my ticket pulled up, and let's get inside to get my cocktail and my popcorn. And also, the best film, one of the best films of the year, Mr. Hugh Jackman and Wade Wilson, Deadpool. Loved it. Here is the drink. The juice with the most. This is the sandworm with gummy worms. Looking very yummy. Try this out. It smells like blue raspberry. Yes. That's good. I've entered. Okay, guys. I got straight out of the theater after drinking a $22 drink, the sandworm. And it was beautiful. All I gotta say, this is one of Tim Burton's best movies. Perfect sequel, perfect ending to a franchise that I love. And Beetlejuice 2, holy smokes. What a wild ride from start to finish. And we're definitely going into details as soon as I get home of this breakdown of this movie. Totally worth it. Go see this in theaters. Oh my god. 2 things. Just leaving the theater just now at 10:10. The movie just got under wraps at 10 o'clock. And I gotta say, at the end of my drink, you gotta dig for the little gummy worms in there, and that felt amazing. It felt like actual real slugs. Oh my gosh, there's so much I gotta say about the movie, and this is one of the best beautiful practical effects I've ever seen in cinema, was this very film here tonight. Holy smokes. 2 things, also trailers I gotta see the new one with the Stranger Things producers, and the new Christmas movie. I cannot wait to see that. And the third one I thought about seeing is the new Lord of the Rings animated feature. Absolutely love Lord of the Rings. But now, as I'm rambling on, we're going to see the review of Beetlejuice and Beetlejuice. Okay, guys, we just got back home from Beetlejuice. I wore my Slipknot shirt today because I was wondering if that was kind of like a Tim Burton kind of inspired. It really reminds me of a Madball. But after the movie, holy cow, I enjoyed every single minute of that movie. A lot of people say sequels and prequels and whatever you call reboots are not really a thing. I'm also a fan of not that either. That's a couple genres, but sometimes you gotta really worship a sequel to make a sequel happen. If you look at like Spider-Man No Way Home, and you look at like films like Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, those movies really done it. And Beetlejuice is a standalone franchise from like, we're probably never ever going to see a sequel for many, many years. And eventually, they made a sequel. And I got into Beetlejuice when I was a teenager. And I gotta say, this is just excellent. Like, I really enjoyed it. I don't really, like, know too much about it because I never really fully grew up. But I watched the film, like, twice now. And I adore each time I watch it. And Michael Keaton's performance is just outstanding. From Batman to Chick Hicks. He just absolutely does amazing. Okay, guys, so this plot of the movie is very simple. It just takes place many, many years down the line, where Lydia Dees is now what I call almost like Fright Night. She's almost like a Fright Night character, and she's hosting her own television series about ghost encounters. After her whole paranormal phenomenon as a teen, she has a daughter, lost her husband, and now she's back mourning her stepfather's I think it was her father or I think it was her father's funeral after her father passed away. So the movie's kind of taking place with that. There's no spoilers in this review, just the basics of the plot. And Beetlejuice is back, wreaking havoc with a special villain character, which I do not want to give too much away, but it's Beetlejuice's ex-wife. No spoilers, I'm not going to tell you anything else besides that. Also, Jenna Ortega's performance, holy cow. I was expecting a little bit more Wednesday in her attitude, but no, she took this role entirely different, and so I love about Jenna Ortega. Like, each role she performs, it gets better and better and better, and the way she performs, I just absolutely adore her. And the main classic core characters, phenomenal. I can't really have too much connections of, like, the classic core, like I can see family members, I could care more about Lydia Deetz. I really enjoyed her performance as a grown-up. She really reminds me of Elvira. Elvira is a 90s, 80s character, but she really reminds me of Elvira in this entire film. And then we also have these Roger Rabbit flashbacks. I don't want to give any spoilers, but it really felt like Roger Rabbit with some of the with the villain here with Dolores. I don't want to give anything away. I want you guys to be genuinely surprised with her. But it also reminds me a lot of Ghostbusters with the main villain. Well, it's kind of a couple of villains in this movie, so I don't want to give too much away. When it comes with the juice with the most, Michael Keaton, holy smokes. I was blown away with his performance. Like, I know the first one you don't get too much Beetlejuice. And Beetlejuice, you get a little bit more Beetlejuice. And I know I've said his name 3 times, by the way. You get a lot with him. And by the time you get done with watching Beetlejuice, I'm like, oh, this is a perfect balance of comedy, perfect amount of story, perfect amount of action, perfect amount of, like, zaniness. It just was a perfect building up to this excellent character that we all know and love. And Beetlejuice alone, standard, absolute pop culture icon. I absolutely adore him. I want more. I want even a prequel with Beetlejuice. I want to know his backstory. I don't even want to spoil anything, but we might have an answer kind of towards the right direction. So, fingers crossed, Tim Burton will do it. I can't say enough. Beetlejuice, pop culture icon. I love you to death, and I cannot wait to see you soon. I definitely might have to get him tattooed somewhere on my body. Okay, guys. So with all that being said, this movie I highly recommend you guys see in theaters. Just because if you love the 90s and you love the early 80s, this film, it just perfectly represents the 1980s. This is legitimately a film shot from 2024, directed in the 1990s, and this film has never been released until now. Like a secret film that's been working and working and working. It really feels like that. And you got so much vibes to a classic 90s movie. From the opening title to the original score of the film, Tim Burton has some of the best cinematography I've ever seen this year. One of the best cinematography in general this year. This beats Godzilla -1. And Alien Romulus might be ranked... this Beetlejuice number 2. It's probably number 2 for me this year. But I gotta say, all I gotta say is it's just outstanding. I love the costumes. I just love the whole Land of the Dead. I just want even more. I want to know. I want almost like a HBO Max, like TVA kind of show with all these other characters, isn't it? And Beetlejuice might like pop up time to time. I kind of want another sequel series of just him and his many characters that he runs across over the times. Is there too, and we do get to see the sandworms. It's got a lot of classic vibes. So if you guys love the original film, this is the film for you. Also, like I was saying too, this movie really goes hand in hand with the original. Like, you need an epic finale, and this is the epic finale that companionizes the original film. So, if you like both films, I can't tell you one I like better. I like them both equally for many ways. But there's so many ways I could compare the differences. And if you guys want to see a spoiler video, let me know. Because I can go even more details of both films. I can compare and contrast how much I love both of them. At the end of the day, I wish this was a double feature between both films because I would have so much fun. But regardless, this movie, for me, I cannot wait to see again and eventually. And as always, I am Sasha Boss, and hopefully you enjoyed today's video and seeing Beetlejuice. This is a solid 10 out of 10. Absolutely enjoyed every single minute of this astonished piece.